Welcome back, everyone. So today is all about getting stronger and building strength. So I'm going to give an easier and a harder version. I'll have them up on the screen. We need 2 sets of weights today if you have them. So have a lighter set, so somewhere around the 3 to 5 pound mark, and then a heavier set around 8 pounds. Again, it all depends on what works best for you, so do what feels right. No floor exercises, which I know makes a lot of you happy because I know most of you who follow me prefer not to be on the floor, but definitely have a chair because we will need it for a lot of the exercises today. We're going to do 1 set, and then if you want to get stronger, do the entire video again minus the warm-up and the stretching. Just do those in the beginning and the end, and that's about it. Let's get stronger.
So I'm going to be talking in today's video. So we're going to start with a mini warm-up. If you've already done cardio, you can skip this warm-up and just go straight into the strength training. So just bringing the arms back and forth, holding the hands back, feeling that through the chest, bringing the hands together, pushing them forward and feeling a little stretch through the back. And bringing one arm up, one arm down, and just feeling that through the shoulders. Bringing one knee up at a time. You can hold on to a chair if you'd like. And then just bringing one leg back and forth slowly to feel that through the hips and through the joints. And then switching to the other side. Walking a little bit more, bringing the arms up and back down. Okay, so we're going to start with back row. So you can do this either seated or standing. It's totally up to what works best for you. So main thing is trying to keep your back flat during the exercise. And when you row the weight up, you want to think about your upper back and really feel that in the upper back. Okay, ready? Let's go. So if you're standing, make sure you press your hips back to make sure that your back is flat. So we're going up to 15 today for this exercise. So just do as many as you can. You want it to be getting challenging by the time you get up to about 12, 13. And if you need to stop at any point, if 15 is too much, then just stop. And then over time, you're going to be able to get up to 15. And finishing there. Taking a nice deep breath in and out. And we're going to move into chest press. So at any point, if you feel you need more of a break in between the exercises, just pause the video. So for chest press, sitting back, again, trying to keep your back flat, weights to the side and pressing up. Ready? And let's go. So you might find this is a little bit hard on the neck, and if so, just sit up for one of the repetitions and then go back down into position. And finishing there, sitting up, taking a bit of a breather. Okay, so you can keep holding the weights. We're going to move into bicep curl. I'm just moving my chair so you can see me better. Okay, so having the arms to the side, trying to keep your arms as close to your body as you can. My chair is a little bit wider, so it's a little bit harder to do that. But we're doing a bicep curl, which is that position, and then turning the weight into a hammer curl, which is what you're seeing now. So curl, and then hammer curl. So your back is straight, feet are flat on the floor. If you're standing, make sure that your knees are soft, okay? So you're keeping anytime you're doing a standing strength exercise, always keep your knees soft or slightly bent. It helps you to have better form. Always breathing out as you lift. Last one here, and we're bringing that weight down as slowly as we can. Good job. Taking a break, breathing. So moving into shoulder press here, you can continue to hold the weight. I'm just moving my chair. So having your back flat against the chair, if your chair has a flat back, mine leans back a little bit, so it doesn't work so well. So you could have a pillow behind your back if you feel you need it. We're just pressing the weight up and then bringing the weights down slowly. Going up to 15 repetitions if you can, and if you need to stop before, that's okay too. If you're standing, make sure your knees are slightly bent for support. And last one. Okay, so I'm just going to move my stuff. You can keep holding onto your weights. We're going to move into working the obliques, the side of our abs. So you can do this one seated or standing. Because this is mostly a combination of both, I'm going to do it standing. So just bringing the weight down to the side. So you're just moving slightly down with your arm. And then concentrate on tightening up your abdominals as you stand back up straight. So you don't need to lean very much, it's just a little movement. Just be sure to concentrate on tightening the abdominal area as you're standing up. One more on each side. And then putting the weight down and we're moving into legs. So for our legs, we're going to start with our sit to stands or squats, so you can decide what works best. So if you're using the chair, you can sit down fully or just touch the chair with your legs and come back up again, not fully putting your weight down. Or you can do the squats without the chair. So with the squats, just go down as deep as you can and putting your weight into your heels. I found that makes a big difference to take the pressure off the knees. So we're just doing 10. Okay, and stopping there. So if you found that too easy, you can definitely progress and use weights as you're doing those. Okay, going into our side lunges. So I'm giving some options here. You can hold on to the back of your chair or hold it the other way. So find what works best for you to give you the support that you need. If you don't need the support of the chair, then just do it without the chair completely. And if you want to make it even harder, then you can hold dumbbells. So putting that weight again into the heel, keeping the one leg straight and the other leg as you lean over, really press your glutes, your bum back to take that pressure off the knee. So you should really feel this in your quads. Doing as many as you can up to 10. Switching to the other side. Okay, and finishing there. Taking a nice deep breath in and out. Moving into our plie squat, having your feet wide. So options here, you can do it with the support of the chair, you can do it just on its own, or you can do it holding dumbbells. Again, really push the bum or the hips back and pressing through the heels again. As you stand up, really squeeze the glutes as well to give them a little bit of an extra workout. Okay, finishing there. Bring the feet back together. So going into our side leg raise, options here, just holding onto the chair and bringing the leg out to the side, making sure that the supporting leg is slightly bent. That's really important. So trying to keep the leg that is going out fairly straight. And you can use ankle weights if you want to make it harder. And if you want to make it even harder than that, then you can do it on the floor. I'm not showing that in the video because I said there are no floor exercises, but that is definitely the harder option if you want to make it more challenging. And then switching to the other side. Remembering to keep that supported leg slightly bent. Staying where you are, I'm just moving my chair so you can see better. This time we're bringing the legs straight back. So do your best to keep your toes pointed forward. My legs just naturally kind of do that, or it might be my feet. So do what feels right, but as much as you can, try and keep the toes forward. And don't worry about trying to get the leg back really far either. That isn't the point, and that's just going to bother your lower back. Just bring it back enough that you feel it through your glutes. And then switching to the other side. And stopping there. So we're going to go into the leg circles. So again, working the hips. So just bringing a leg out and then circling. So 5 times in each direction. And then switching the direction. So I see that I did 6 here, so just go ahead and do 6 because I did it on the other side as well. So switching to the other side. Starting with 5 in one direction. Sometimes when I do the circles, I lose track of where I'm counting from. And other direction. Okay, so shaking the legs out again. And now we're going into the 45-degree angle. So not going out to the side, not going back, but at a 45-degree angle, it's targeting the glutes in a little bit of a different way. So really feel that in the glutes as you bring that foot back. Stopping there, switching to the other side. And last one. Good. Okay, moving into a calf raise, you can do this with weights, so holding the dumbbells or without. So lifting the heels up as much as you can and coming down. So when you come down with the heels, try and come down slower than you do going up. So now we're moving into a pulse. So you're just pulsing, going at a faster pace. And stopping. Okay, now just bringing the toes up of each foot, switching back and forth, just to work the front of our legs as well. And stopping there. So we're going to do one more set of sit to stands or squats, whatever works for you, going up to 10 again. Pressing into the heels as you stand. And last one. Okay, so picking up a lighter weight, we are going to go into our chest flies. So that's bringing the arms out to the side and then back up in front or overhead. So same position, sitting on the end of your chair, leaning back if you want to, have a pillow behind your back for support. Weights are up, bringing them out and then back up again. Ready? Here we go. 1. And just keep going. So feel a little bit of a stretch as you bring the arms back. So one thing to keep in mind with this exercise is you are keeping your arms slightly bent throughout the entire exercise. Bring the weights back to your chest, sitting up straight. And we're moving into reverse flies. So now we're working the back of our shoulders and our upper back. So using a light weight, if you find this one challenging, just do it without weight until you get used to the exercise. Trying to keep your head in line with your back as well. Breathing out as you lift and just doing as many as you can. All right, stopping there, taking a breather. And then we're going to go into our tricep kickbacks. Let's just do a little bit of a warm-up one for the triceps. So just as you bring the hands back, really flex your triceps. So main thing here is keeping that back flat through the exercise, whether you're seated or standing. Grab your weights using a light weight and just pressing back. Hold the weight slightly just for a second as you press the weights back as well to really feel it through the triceps. I actually find a lighter weight works better for the triceps. I find if you use a heavier weight, often you're not going to have good form anymore and you're going to work other muscles that don't need to be worked. Excellent. Putting the weights back down again. And moving into some core exercises. So I have some different options here for you. So we're going to bring the wrist to the knee. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can see in the pictures of what to do to make it more challenging. So breathing out as you bring that knee up, and really flex the abs as you do that as well. So just tighten them up. So moving into a low row, this is more of a posture exercise and a super important one to get those shoulders back. So just holding the elbows back. Really focus on your shoulders and your upper back here. Hands forward, again, pull back. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can use weights, but it's definitely not necessary. Moving into the Supermans, last exercise. So you're just bringing one leg back and the opposite arm back. So your goal is not to get that leg back really far. You want to try and keep the body in a fairly straight line. Again, toes pointed forward as much as you can. So just keep switching back and forth. So one more on each side. And that's it, you're done. So that's one set of each exercise. If you want to continue to get stronger or progress over time, then you can do the video 2 or 3 times just to get in more. You also have the option to pause the video and do each exercise 2 or 3 times and then move on to the exercise. That's another way to do it too. So let's move into stretching. So just bringing the leg forward, having the one leg straight. You can put your weight on the other leg and just holding. Switching to the other side. And coming up. So just bringing the ankle onto the knee for a figure 4 stretch, trying to keep your back flat. Lean forward as much as you want to intensify the stretch in your legs. And switching to the other side. And coming out of that stretch, bringing the knees as wide as you can, pressing the knees out a little bit more just to stretch out the inner thighs. Focusing on some nice deep breaths as well. And bringing the knees back together, pressing the hands forward to stretch out the upper back. And then bringing the hands back. You can either hold the back of the chair to stretch the chest more or just pull the arms back. And coming out of that one, bringing one arm forward, bringing it across the body for a shoulder stretch. And switching to the other side. And bring the arm overhead, dropping it behind as if you're patting yourself on the back, and pull the elbow back a little bit more to stretch the tricep. Switching to the other side. And bring the arms back down. Nice deep breath in and big breath out. And that is it. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great day, everyone.